If you look at any big YouTuber, any big content creator, especially a content creator that's an entrepreneur or has multiple businesses and they're successful with it, their number one advice to being successful, becoming a millionaire, becoming rich, their number one advice is to be consistent and increase your output. So essentially, do a lot of something for an extended period of time. Eventually, you'll see success. I think this is very great advice. However, a lot of the time, this is only one side of the coin. It's only one side of the equation. A lot of creators omit the other sides of success, which I've seen a lot of people that I know fall victim to that. I've seen a lot of people think that in order to be successful, it's just about output and it's just about consistency. That might be true in certain facets of life. When it comes to example, weight loss, if you're in a caloric deficit and you work out multiple times a week, do that for an extended period of time, eventually you'll lose weight. That's an undisputed truth. In the case of YouTube, if I post videos multiple times a week or months on end, eventually the algorithm will pick up one of the videos. That's an undisputable truth. The same isn't true for business necessarily, because when it comes to business, there are other factors that determine whether or not your business is successful outside of your work ethic and outside of your consistency or your discipline. If you choose a business in a market that has no market, it's failing. So consistency and output is great advice. It's only one side of the equation. I want to add that in order to be successful, in order to succeed in something, you require two more skills that you need to hone, that you need to develop. The first one is knowing when to quit. A lot of the times, a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people not have the foresight to call it quits, not have the foresight to know, or the awareness to know when their endeavor is clearly not working. And then the last part, the second skill that you need to learn is diversifying and being essentially a smart gambler, in the sense of gambling in life. You'll never know whether an endeavor works. That's just how the game goes. You'll never know if something's going to work. So the best advice is to not put all your eggs in one basket. We don't put all our eggs in one basket in investing, and the number one investing advice is to not do that. Why wouldn't the number one life advice be to do that either? In regards to calling it quits, I would say yes, you need to do a lot of something for an extended period of time up until a certain point. If you've reached 2 years and you haven't seen any traction, you haven't seen any indication that this endeavor could be successful, cap it, move on. A lot of the times, if you're building a business, you're going to have to try multiple businesses before one works. Don't waste all your time pursuing one that's dead or pursuing one that's not going to work. You're wasting your time. We can consider YouTube my business. It would be very financially irresponsible, financially stupid for me to quit my day job and to go all in on YouTube. You guys know I actively preach against that. When you're first starting out, your business, your side hustle is not immediately profitable, and you still have bills, you still have to live, you still have stuff that you have to take care of. You still have to move your life forward financially. It doesn't make sense to go all in. Same thing with, if you look at investing, it doesn't make sense to go all in on stocks. What if the stock pops? Yes, but what if it crashes? Now you're screwed. There's a psychological bias that a lot of people don't take into account. They tend to overlook the fact that bad things can happen to them too. They tend to think that they're immune to bad things happening to them, and they'll say things like, oh, I'm not like them. Oh, that can never be me. Statistically speaking, you're liable, just like the rest of us, to have your business fail. You just don't know it. Know when to call it quits. So put a time limit on something while you're pursuing that business. Make sure you have other things going on just in case. Cap your endeavor at a certain time, whether it's 2-3 years. If after an allotted amount of time of consistently doing something and consistently having an increased amount of output, if it's not working for you, cap it so you're not wasting your time. All right, if you enjoyed that video, you want to see more like it, like, comment, subscribe. We are actively building the community. But until then,